how long to wait before starting an email campaign with newly bought domains? I say wait at least 3 weeks. As long as you're warming them in a proper warm-up system, like Instantly, for example. There's a number of them out there. It doesn't have to be Instantly. That's just what we use. I would give it at least 3 weeks. I mean, a minimum of 2 weeks if you wanted to start emailing like one or two cold emails a day on starting week 3. But if you just wait till the start of week 3 or till after 3 weeks of warming, that's what I do, use my kind of like minimum threshold of warming. And then I will start on week 4 if I start immediately. Sometimes they'll be warming for longer. But if I were trying to rush it and start doing cold emails, then I would start on week 4 with doing cold emails. And for each email account that I'm sending cold emails from, I would start with 5 emails per day for the first week. And then I would increase it to 10 emails per day the next week and 15 emails per day the next week. And all the way up until your kind of maximum threshold or sending volume, so to speak, for each sending domain. We stop right now at, I think we're doing, I think I stop at 60 emails per day per account is the most that I want to send out at any one time. If you're using workspace email accounts, then technically I think it's 2,000 emails per day that you're allowed to send from a workspace account. I don't recommend ever getting anywhere near that threshold though. I try to keep mine at like no more than like, 60 to 80 emails per day. Because remember, it's not just the initial cold email that you're sending out at the start of a sequence. You have to take into account any emails that are already or contacts that are already in an email sequence, right? If you're using the template in the kind of sequence that I developed, it's 5 emails every other day across 10 days, right? So it's 1 email every other day across 10 days, which is 5 emails, okay? And so if a contact starts into the email sequence or is added to an email sequence today, and you're sending out, let's say, 50 emails from that one account, then in 2 days, that same account is going to send another 50 emails or close to it, right? If somebody replies to the first email, then it removes them from the remaining emails in that sequence. It stops upon reply, in other words. But, very likely that the vast majority of those 50 are going to be emailed again. The 50 contacts are going to be emailed again in 2 days, right? Again, minus any of them that had replied. So let's say you got 48 new emails going out in 2 days. Well, if that same email account then is starting another batch of emails for another 50 contacts, now you can see you've just sent out 98 emails from that one email account in 1 day. So again, it's important to kind of just keep that into consideration when you're configuring the campaign settings and you're selecting the email accounts. You can select multiple email accounts to be sending from for that one campaign. So that's what I do. So I'll add like multiple email accounts at one time to a campaign. Let me just demonstrate this really quickly since we have the time. I'll just show you. So if we go in here, you'll see we've got a 73% open rate, guys. You think this works? This process that I've been preaching about now for several years. You think this works, guys? Sent out an email to 321 contacts. 233 of them have opened my email sequence. We had 15 replies so far. You understand? So, I mean, this absolutely works, guys. But anyways, let's go in here and take a look at the options. This is what I'm talking about. Now my screen's shrunk down so I could make room for the chat box. But when it says accounts to use, you see this one, we're sending out 5 email accounts and we're doing a total of 75 emails per day, new contacts per day across 5 email accounts. Do the math. That's 15 emails per day per account. That's why we're doing it that way. So I'm sending out 75 emails a day for this particular sequence or campaign. And again, it's across 5 emails. So it's 15 emails per day, new contacts per day. Because you also have to take into consideration if you're warming, how many warm-up emails are being sent per day for that. Do you understand? Because that's also included in your sending volume, right? So if you're sending out, 50 emails a day, you need to consider that too, like as in warming emails or 30 emails per day or whatever it is. You have to consider that as well. So I would never want to really do any more than 100 emails per day per account. And that includes warming emails, like initial contact emails and follow-up emails that are part of a sequence. And that's just, again, just to keep the thresholds very low. Guys, look at my email health scores. You understand? Like, I've been emailing from a few of these domains for over an entire year now. And my health score is still, I've never had one of my, since I started using Instantly, warming everything up properly before starting any cold email campaigns, and then keeping my email volume low by just spreading out a higher contact rate across more email accounts. And by keeping all of that, the thresholds very low, I've been able to keep all of my emails healthy. I have not had a single email account drop below a 96% health score. And whenever I see anything get below 98%, so at 97%, then I will pause that email account or remove it from any cold sending campaigns and just leave it in warm up only for a period of a few weeks, and then come back and add it until the health score goes back up again. And then I will start to use it again. But I've only had a few times in the last year where I've dropped below 97%, or excuse me, 98%. And the lowest I got to was 96%. And I've been able to recover every one of those accounts by just removing them from the cold email campaigns, letting them warm up for a couple of additional weeks until the health score goes back up. And then I plug them back into an email sequence again, and boom, start emailing from them again. So I've not burned a domain in over a year, knock on wood, right? Like, seriously, it's a good thing. I've not burned a single domain in over a year because of my keeping my volume low enough. And I'd rather do that, keep the, again, I got a number of domains in here. Not all of them are for Tree Care HQ, but most of them are. And again, it's just having a number of domains. You can have multiple campaigns running, keep the volumes low per sending domain, and it keeps your health score up, which means it'll prevent you from having to go through the hassle of creating another workspace account, doing all the integrations, allowing it to warm up before you can start sending again. You get too aggressive, you'll burn your domains, and then you end up making more work for yourself. Okay.